one needs to make sure that all of those are in good condition. All of those are in working order, or I'll just say, well, working, functioning, whatever term that you want to utilize. And this is the crazy part too, because even if the physical health, the spiritual health, the mental health, the emotional health, everything is at a functioning level or even above that, pardon me, there's still no guarantee. Like, life is still going to be hard. Life is still going to be hard with either, regardless. And life is man, it's definitely going to take a toll on whoever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the statistics, what the adjectives that one possess, but it is because of the fact that hey, life can be easy, life can be great at times, and then life can be sucky, be shitty at times. That is why mental health is important. Really, and I'll say this, even for a lot of the great things that we see in society, well, a lot of the things that we see in society, a lot of the things that we happen to, a lot of the greatest moments that we of course memorize and hold in our memories and cherish them for all these different years. Of course, mental health plays a huge role in it. All right, meaning that again, that enough of that has to be in order before before pretty much anything really takes, before all of the greatness starts happening. I think there's a saying that goes something of mind over matter, and there's a whole, I think there's mind over matter. That wasn't the quote that I was thinking about, but that's the one that just came out. But yeah, no, mind over matter, definitely a huge thing. Once you get the mind in order, it's easier for it's real easy for the body and everything else to follow through. And also, pardon me for my yawns, y'all. Your boy is all over the place, man. But that, to me, that is part of the reason why mental health is important. And as far as for me personally, again, whenever I think back to my biggest moments, funny enough, all in all of those moments, right? I'll say I've never been injured. So I'll say from what it is that I can recall, pretty much all the different types of health, at least that I've recognized and that I've been trying to keep up and maintain, in the biggest moments of my life, they've all been up to, they've all been good. They've all been up to, they've been up to par. But especially that the mental health, at those highlight moments, that's when my mental health has been at the absolute peak. Or let's just, I'll say absolute peak. And even with that, I guess what it is that I'm actually, I guess, referring to is just that, because there may have been so much chaos going on in just regarding, I guess, around, like, with the other folks that happen to be in the same situation with me, but nonetheless, though, again, that mental health, again, like me being able to sort of break things down, to understand actually enough of what's going on, sort of kind of detached to some degree as to whereas what's going on over here and what's going on over here and over here and over here, and whichever, it's not going to throw me off of my game, or so, because sometimes even with mental health, it may not even be one of those things where it's like, okay, I need to have enough in order so that like I'm not affected by it. But sometimes you could even your mental health can be so much in order that like you take all of the negative stuff, convert it into something positive, and then in turn, actually go through well, I'll say convert it into something like motivation, and then you actually go through take action, and it becomes like a positive thing. And even again, when I I'll bring up, I won't go too far into depth, but like I know in a lot of my videos I talk about about how I participated in all these different pageants up at Florida State, or even before then. A pretty big year was my senior year in high school. Again, there was a whole lot of craziness going on, and a whole lot of, okay, I'm not going to let this impact me, but there's also been a good bit of, listen, even like, no, like, and perhaps with any old average Joe, this would break somebody down, but you know what? I'm going to take this and use this as motivation to do even better than what I was already coming to do with, whatever it is that I'm doing. So yeah, that mental health, man, has been, matter of fact, it's been very, very significant, very critical, very crucial. I'll even say like, I'll say like, cause for me, life started to turn around, or let's just say I really started to notice life going in an upwards trend around my time in middle school, and ironically enough, that was where I got I got enough of a grip mentally, on not just the world, but what exactly I was supposed to do, really solidified in my mind what's right, what's wrong, what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what it is that I want to do, in life, how the hell it is that I'm actually going to get there, So yeah, no, that's mental health is and even to this day, there's so much time where I may not even be doing anything. I may not be talking to nobody. I may not be writing. I may not be doing whichever. But I'm always thinking. I'm always I got my mind running. I've got my mind running. All right. Pardon me. So yeah, no, mental health definitely important. And also, well, I know I've been saying that again and again and again. But I guess I'm also factoring into to the question, like oftentimes there's so many like lots of folks, they can recall times where perhaps they were going through life and they were their biggest enemy, or they didn't necessarily believe in themselves, or how should I say, what else, didn't believe in themselves, they're big, like, let's just say, I won't dive too much further beyond that, because then I won't mention who these friends are, but again, I've been I've had my fair share of friends who hey, as far as mental wise, things have definitely been rough, to the point where they sort of kind of questioning, they sort of question, hey, what the hell am I even doing here on this planet, and that's a very serious thing. But I guess and I'm glad that I did bring that particular point up, because I guess to me, I sometimes think about that, and I also think about the fact that though life has been very very hard, and I've had my reasons for not, like, I'll just say, I've never been at the point where I came to where I found myself thinking that, like, why am I here? Or, I no longer want to be here. I've never, and I'll say that's a blessing. That is a huge blessing, because not everybody can say that, especially in today's time. But I've never really had that particular thought And I think a lot of that has been attributed to, granted, I'm not going to sit up here and tell